Okay, this is a little tad bit different than what I posted before. Let's get something straight. It's sad that a person died on the Rust set, if I can talk, Rust set, where Alec Baldwin was a producer, an actor, the producer had dual operations for that movie. He was a producer and an actor. All right, and then the armor or whatever, passed Alec Baldwin a loaded gun, which he may or may not have pulled the trigger. We don't know because I mean Casper the Friendly Ghost could have pulled the trigger as far as he knows. And then the armor goes on trial yesterday, and today's the second day for a trial. It's just like it's like this. It's like this. Has anybody heard of Brandon Lee? Has anybody heard of what happened to Bruce Lee? Was there anybody in trouble for any of that nonsense? Was there? Was there? Was there? I'm just saying, look, it's sad what happened to Brandon Lee. It really is. I mean, he could have been a big time star if that didn't happen to him in The Crow. But you don't see them arresting armor or actors or anything like that. None of that went down. So you know what? Accidents happen. Accidents happen. And you're not supposed to play with. You're not supposed to play with guns. I'm not going to try to sound all liberal because I'm not a liberal person, but there's rules when you shoot a gun or around a gun and all this kind of stuff. It's just I don't think she deserves it. I do not think she deserves it at all. I do not think Alec Baldwin deserves it, and that's not because I'm an Alec Baldwin fan. Because I'm not. I cannot stand the way he talked to his daughter that time on that voicemail or that recorded phone call. I really don't know what it was, but so it's not like I'm an Alec Baldwin fan, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, you're gonna charge these people when they don't know what other people's doing. Other people's been handling those blood boxes. Other people's been handling stuff, that armor is just supposed to handle. It's just like it's crazy. I'm interested in seeing how the hell this plays out. And this is my first non wrestling investigative report right here, where I'm saying I don't think she deserves to be charged with anything. I don't think Alec Baldwin deserves to be charged with anything. And it's just like I said, Brandon Lee. 2 words for you, Brandon Lee. I mean, his career was shot. His life was shot. He was gone. He was gone. And that is what I can relate to right now. Is Brandon Lee getting in trouble, getting shot. No, well, you might as well say get in trouble, getting shot. On a film set of The Crow. I remember that breaking news on on the TV. It's just nuts. It's just crazy. It's crazy. That's all I got to say.
Life of actor Brandon Lee. Entertainment Tonight has the story for this Thursday. It is the first day of April, 1993. Hello again, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Hart. I'm Lisa Gibbons. John Tesh is away this week. Tragedy, it seems, runs in the family. Bruce Lee was a movie star who died young and became a legend. Now his son Brandon is gone as well, fatally wounded while starring in a movie.
5 hours of surgery at this hospital could not save the life of 28-year-old Brandon Lee. He was fatally injured on the set of his latest movie, The Crow. Sarah Seidman, a stand-in, was there when it happened.
When Brandon didn't get up, everyone was stunned because in the scene he was supposed to fall down and be mortally wounded. So, I mean, the actors went on with the scene. They didn't know until the director said, cut. Nobody knew. And then when the medic looked at Brandon and he was right in there, he said, Brandon, you're all right? And he wasn't. He was really pale.
Initial reports indicated that Lee was shot in the stomach by a prop gun. But today, an autopsy revealed that Brandon Lee was killed when he was hit by a .44 caliber bullet. Jason Scott is a spokesperson for the production company.
The reaction here has just been one of tremendous shock, as you can imagine. It's just, we're all completely stunned, and we've lost someone who we all love tremendously and felt very close to.
Entertainment Tonight was on the set of The Crow just over 3 weeks ago. In the film, Brandon's character comes back from the dead to avenge his murder. In one of his last interviews, Brandon was explicit about the movie's nature.
It is a violent film. It's a very violent film. It's a violent circumstance. It's a violent situation.
Tragically, Brandon now has the same legacy as his father, martial arts legend Bruce Lee. He too died young at age 32. 9 months ago, Brandon talked to us about his father.
One of just the most personal shames about his dying so young is simply that we never got to see what he would have gone on to do.
Many in Hollywood say Brandon was also on the verge of stardom.
It is not immediately clear what will happen to the movie Lee was starring in. There was to be one more week of filming before it was complete.